First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So friends, in this lesson number 3 on the topic profit and loss, so we are going to learn the quantity change concept, right? So previous lesson itself, for the last I've told you what is called as quantity change. So what type of questions you can able to see in this quantitative change topic. So those questions we are going to solve in this lesson number 3. Right? So before learning this lesson number 3, so do not forget to learn the previous 2 videos, right? So first video is lesson number 1, introduction, and there we have learned some of the important formulas. So 4 formula combined into a single formula, and then we have learned what is called as a basic profit formula and how to find a profit percentage formula. So that's the thing we have learned in lesson number 1. And in previous lesson, that is in lesson number 2, we have learned the fundamentals, some basic questions on the topic profit and loss. So here is the lesson number 3. What we are going to learn is quantity change concept. So we are moving into a step-by-step process, right? Most of the students, I have seen the comments, they are saying that teach me some tough level question again and again. Please, we can go with step-by-step process, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3 is the step 3. So once we go to step number 12, right, at that time you know how the profit and loss topic is easy, right? So profit and loss is not at all a easy topic if you follow a step-by-step process, right? So before watching this quantity change, so I have to remember you guys one thing, that test series is most important, practice is most important. Do not forget to write the test. You can visit my Feel Free to Learn mobile application or my website. So there inside quantitative aptitude, you can able to see profit and loss topic. So do not forget to write all the tests, right? Only then you can able to understand that what are all the mistakes that you are doing in profit and loss, some basic questions, right? So now lesson number 3, quantity change. So first, before solving a question, let me understand what is called as quantity change concept, right? I can say one example here, right? A man purchased 10 tomatoes, right, for 30 rupees. But if he sells the same 10 tomatoes for 40 rupees, then we can decide a man is getting profit. Yes or no? Because 10 tomatoes for 30 rupees, which is the cost price. The selling price 10 tomato for 40 rupees. So 10 rupees for he is gaining something. So definitely he may get a profit, which is the basics. So similarly, if he buys 10 tomatoes for 30 rupees and he sells 10 tomatoes for 20 rupees, only 20 rupees, then it is a loss. So we can easily say he is getting loss or profit for these kinds of questions. But the problem is, if he get 10 tomatoes for 30 rupees, but he is not selling all the 10 tomatoes, he is selling only 8 tomatoes for 20 rupees. So friends, understood or not, right? Buying at 10 tomatoes, but selling at a different quantity, only 8. So this is called as a quantity change concept. So buying at some quantity, selling at a different quantity, our target is to check whether it is a profit or a loss. Or else some question you can able to see, find what is the profit percentage or loss percentage. So these concepts are called as a quantity change concept. If you are preparing for any medium level competitive exams, for example, a campus interview or else SSC exam, railway exams, GATE exams, your state level exams, EB, electricity board, your state level exams will be mostly a medium level sort of questions will be asked. So in all those medium level competitive exams, definitely 99% you can able to see a question on this lesson number 3, quantity change, right? I'm going to teach now. So by seeing the question itself, you may get, right, you may recall something that we have seen somewhere, these kinds of questions, because these kinds of questions are repeatedly asked in many competitive exams. And for solving these kinds of questions, if you refer a books, you can able to see different methods, right? Different LCM methods will be used there, or some shortcuts will be used there. But I will teach you one simple method, right? Very simple method. And in that simple method, I know where you will make a mistake. So in order not to make that mistake, I will teach you a small extra step so that the mistakes won't be done and then you won't struggle to solve a question, because very easy technique I am going to teach you, and the mistakes will be rectified easily. You are going to get an answer. Only thing here is you have to understand the concept. That's it. So what is the concept? How we are applying the concept to solve this question, right? So listen here, the concept, very simple concept here. So 10 tomatoes, right? So 10 tomatoes, he is purchasing for how much of rupees? 30 rupees, right? So 30 will be the price, right? And 10 will be the quantity. Understood? So this total will be the cost price of the product. Yes or no? So now the selling price. So he is not selling all the 10 tomatoes. He is selling only 8 tomatoes. So for how much rupees? 20 rupees. So similarly, this 20 will be the price, right? And this 8 will be the quantity. So this total will be the selling price. So now the technique here is, whatever the quantity the person is purchasing and whatever the quantity he is selling, you find one thing, that what is the cost price of one item, that is one tomato, right? One tomato cost price. And from this data, try to find one tomato selling price. So if you find one tomato cost price and one tomato selling price, you can easily find whether it is a profit or a loss, right? Once you find the selling price and cost price, and if you find the profit or a loss, then finding profit percentage is also easy. So once understood or not, right? So just see here, for finding one tomato cost price, how will you find? So 30 rupees divided by how much quantity? 10. So we can say that 3 rupees. So 3 rupees will be the price of one tomato, right? Cost price. So what about the selling price? So 20 rupees divided by 8. So something around 2 point something. So you can decide, right? The cost price is 3 rupees. Selling price is 2 point something. So definitely it is a loss. So once you find the cost price and once you find the selling price, solving the question will be very simple. This is the technique, right? It's not at all a shortcut. Again, it's not at all a shortcut. It's just a basic technique that we have to remember in the topic profit and loss. So even while solving a difficult question, at that point they will say like he is buying some amount of t-shirts, but he is selling only limited number of t-shirts for this much of gain percentage. Then what is the selling price? So these kinds of questions you can able to see in the tough level questions. So remember one thing, this is the basics. So whatever the quantity he buys and whatever the quantity that he sells, the only thing what we need to find is one quantity cost price, one product cost price, one product selling price. That's it. So once you know the cost price and once you know the selling price, we can easily guess whether it is a profit or a loss. So once you get the profit or a loss, finding profit percentage, loss percentage, or by using the third formula, selling price, cost price, and we need to find what is the profit percentage or loss percentage, or only the cost price and profit, how to find the selling price. All those things are easy. So once you get this cost price and selling price, right? So this is the technique here. And I know where the students usually make a mistake while applying the values in the formula. They convert into a decimal point something, and then in the decimal point I have seen many students will make a mistake. So I will teach you where you should not convert into a decimal point. Keep the value as it is and then try to solve a question. You will get the answer easily, right? I will teach you all those things here. So now let me move on to the questions that is based on a quantity change. So now I hope you understood what is called as a quantity change concept. So now solving 4 or 5 questions, you will feel easy, right? So now let me move on to the question that is based on quantity change. So here is the first question. A man bought a pencil at the rate of 6 for rupees 4 and sold them at a rate of 4 for rupees 6. So his gain in the transaction is. So once can you able to understand this, right? Just this concept is called as a quantity change concept. The man, what he is doing is, he is purchasing 6 for rupees 4. What is the meaning of it? He is purchasing 6 pencils, right? He is purchasing 6 pencil at the price of how much? 4 rupees. So this will be the cost price. So now what about the selling price here? So selling price will be, he is selling only 4 pencils, not all the 6 pencil. He is selling only 4 pencil at the rate of how much? 6 rupees. So they itself they're telling that it's a profit, because our target is to find what is the gain in the transaction, right? Profit in the transaction. So when, just listen here, we know the cost price, right? We know the selling price. Just now I have told you what is the technique here. Find what is the cost price of one pencil. So for finding it, 4 rupees divided by 6 pencil. So what about the selling price? 6 rupees divided by 4 pencil. Just now I have told you how to find one cost price of a product and one selling price. So here, by dividing it, we will get what is the one cost price of the pencil, one selling price of the pencil, right? So divide, this will be 2 by 3 and this will be 3 by 2. Yes. So we found one pencil cost price will be 2 by 3 and one pencil selling price will be 3 by 2. So listen here, the most important step, I've seen many students, beginners, what they used to do is, they write this 2 by 3 as 0.666 something. Do not do this, right? At any point in profit and loss, do not try to convert the fraction value into a decimal value. If you convert into a decimal value, somewhere you will make a mistake. So remember one thing, at the last you can convert into a, if we are getting a decimal point, at the last we can approximate and we can find the answer. At any scenario, beginning, right, while solving the question at the beginning stage itself, do not try to convert the fraction into a decimal point. If you convert into a decimal point here, you will definitely make a mistake, right? Without converting into a decimal point, keep the fraction value as it is. So now what is our target? Our target is to find what is the profit percentage, right? So what is the formula for profit percentage? Always we need to divide by the cost price. What about the cost price here? So cost price will be 2 by 3. Right? So what about the numerator? If it is a profit, the numerator will be selling price minus cost price. So what about the selling price of one pencil? 3 by 2. Right? So what about the cost price? 2 by 3 into 100. So friends, understood or not, right? So profit percentage is equals to 3 by 2, 2 by 3. We can take LCM as 6 here, because 3 to LCM will be 6. So 3 into 3 will be 9. 3 into 2 will be 6. So 2 into 2 will be 4. So divided by 2 by 3 into 100. Right? So profit percentage. So this will be 9 minus 4 will be 5 by 6. So this will be 5 by 6. So bring this 2 by 3 towards numerator. 3 by 2 into 100. So 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. So this will be 25 times. So total answer will be 125 percentage. So answer for this question, where the profit percentage, that is gain percentage, will be 125. Right? If you convert that value into 0.66 something, and if you convert this value into 1 point something, then here definitely you will make a mistake, right? 100% sure, if you are a beginner, you will make a mistake. That's the reason I am telling, even if you are writing one extra step, not at all an issue, you won't make any mistake in the final answer. But if you convert this decimal fraction value into a decimal value, I have seen most of the students, here the option number A will be 125 percentage. Option number B will be 123 percentage. If you convert into a decimal value, most of the students will get around 123 and they say answer is 123, which will be wrong. So friends, understood or not, right? Don't do that. That's the reason in the beginning stage of the video itself I have told you, right? There is one area where many students will make a mistake. This is the area. So at any point, do not convert the fraction value into a decimal at the beginning itself. At last we can convert it. We don't have any case if at the last, if we are getting in a decimal value, no options. We have to convert and we have to get the answer. But initially itself, initial stage itself, do not try to convert the fraction value into a decimal point, right? So I hope now you understood the concept of quantity change. So whatever the quantity E purchase and whatever the quantity E sells, our target is to find one cost price of the product, one selling price of the product. And then by seeing that the value itself, we can decide whether it is a profit or a loss. And then find by applying the values in the formula, you will get the profit percentage and loss percentage, right? Easy. So now let me solve some just 2 or 3 questions enough in this video. Just 2 to 3 questions to understand the concept of quantity change concept, right? So now let me move on to the next questions. Question number 2. So if X are bought at 12 for rupees 10 and sold at 10 for rupees 12, what is the gain or a loss? So when just see here, first is what he is buying? He is buying an egg. So how many eggs he is buying? 12 eggs for 10 rupees. So what will be the cost price of one egg, right? 12 eggs for how much rupees? 10 rupees, right? Yes, 10 rupees. So cost price of one egg will be 10 by 12. So I think we can cancel it on 2 table. So which will be 5 by 6. So at any point, again I am saying do not convert into a decimal value, right? So next will be the selling price. So how many eggs he sold? So he sold 10 eggs, right? So 10 eggs for 12 rupees. So selling price of 10 eggs will be 12 rupees. So one egg selling price will be 12 divided by 10. So don't write this as 1.2, right? So first divide by 2 here. So 6 by 5. So 6 by 5 will be the selling price of one egg, and the cost price of one egg will be 5 by 6. So now decide, right? This is the decision place. Decide whether he is getting profit or a loss. Just here 6 by 5, just only mind calculation, right? So 6 by 5 will be 1 point something. Yes or no? Right? When you divide 6 and 5, it will be 1 point something. When you divide 5 by 6, it will be 0 point. So cost price will be 0 point something. Selling price will be 1 point something. Definitely it is a profit. So we have to find profit percentage, because it's not going to be a loss. It's going to be a profit, right? Why? Because the selling price is more when compared to the cost price. So this will be 0 point something, but we are not writing the value. Just mind calculation, 0 point something. Selling price will be 1 point something, definitely a profit. So profit percentage will be selling price minus cost price divided by cost price into 100. So now divided by always cost price. So cost price is how much? 5 by 6. Selling price minus cost price to 100. So now LCM will be 6 5s are 30. So 6 into 5 will be 36. 6 5s are 30. So this will be 25. Overall divided by 5 by 6 into 100. So now 36 minus 25 will be 11 by 30. So into 6 by 5 into 100. So first question alone you might be feeling difficult what we are doing. Some beginners will have a confusion. So I hope while solving a second question, now you understood. While solving the third question, you will be very fast. And only last one question I will try to give you as a homework question. That's it. You will know what is called as quantity change, right? So cancel it. 6 5s are 30. So 5 5s are 25. 4 times. So we already know it's a profit. So 4 into 11 will be 44. So answer will be 44% profit. So which will be the answer for question number 2. So here is the last third question. So after solving this question, I will give you another question as a homework. So solve that homework question. If you are getting an answer, then no doubt you are clear on the concept, right? So third question, just see here, it's important question, because some point students might feel it is difficult, consuming more time to solve it. I will tell you, right, how to solve these kinds of questions. So 4 lemons were bought at rupees 3 and 5 lemons were sold at 4. So what is the profit percentage or loss percentage, right? So what is the cost price here? So cost price will be 4 lemons, right? So 4 lemons were bought at 3. So we can say that 1 lemon cost price will be 3 by 4. So similarly, selling price of the lemon. So selling price, 5 lemon were sold at 4. So what will be the selling price of 1 lemon? 4 by 5. So listen here, the most important area, right? So when you divide 3 by 4, it will be around 0.7 something, right? 0.7. Similarly, 4 by 5, again here also 0.7 something. So students might think that whether I should find the second term also. It takes me time to solve it. Yes. Right? When you divide 3 by 4, 0.7, something number we are going to get 0.7 something around, right? Similarly, 4 by 5 also 0.7 something. So many students usually they ask us why I should find next number, right? Because to order to find whether it's a profit and loss, I'm just losing time here to find the value. If you think like that, there is a technique. You don't want to find the value itself. You don't want to find the decimal itself. Directly keep 3 by 4, 4 by 5 as it is. Now we don't know whether the person is getting profit or a loss. But apply in a formula, right? Usually divided by cost price. So what will be the cost price? 3 by 4. Usually for a profit percentage, what is the formula that you apply? Selling price minus cost price. Apply the same. Selling price is how much? 4 by 5. So what is, but still we don't know whether it's a profit or a loss. Without knowing this value, we can't able to say whether it is a profit or a loss. But what I'm going to do is, if I'm getting a positive value, then it is a profit. If I'm getting an answer as negative, it is a loss. So usually we are going to divide by cost price. Numerator, I'm just putting selling price minus cost price. Selling price is how much? 4 by 5. Cost price is how much? 3 by 4. right, into 100. So now 5 by 4 is 20 here. So 5 fours are 20, which is 16. 5 fours are 20, which is 15. Divided by 3 by 4 into 100. So when just see here, 16 minus 15 will be 1 by 20 into 4 by 3 into 100. So now I am not getting any negative value. If I am not getting any negative value, then the resultant answer will be profit percentage. In case if I am getting 15 here and instead of 15 I am getting 16 here, then the answer will be minus 1 by 20, right? 15 minus 16 will be minus 1. If I am getting an answer as minus, then we can decide that he is getting a loss, not a profit. So friends, understood or not? So don't waste time here by calculating 0 point. If in case if you are getting a same value in both of these areas, you don't want to find the next term, you definitely it's a waste of time. So instead of finding it, don't do it. Keep the value as it is. Apply in a profit percentage formula, right? Selling price minus cost price. If you are getting an answer in negative, then it is not a profit, it's a loss. If you are getting an answer in positive, then definitely it's a profit. Here we are getting a positive value, so it's a profit, right? So this will be 5 times 5 3s are 15. So 100 divided by 15, something around 6.666 it goes on. So 6.67% based upon the option. We know it's a profit. So answer for this question will be 6.67%. So friends, understood or not? This is the important thing that you need to remember. So that's the reason I was like searching for more number of questions to get the value like similar 0.7, 0.7 something, right? Because many students will ask this also. And yes, here is the homework question that is based on egg something, right? So solve this question and friends check whether you are getting 12% profit. I think answer is 12% profit. So check whether you are getting the answer. If you are getting an answer, then you are like okay with the concept. So you can proceed to the next step, that is lesson number 4 I will be teaching. Lesson number 4 will be somewhere a different concept in profit and loss. Gradually we can solve the question. Yeah, and one thing, most important thing, right? And many students, it's not a joke, but it's the thing that students, beginners, some students will ask this. Just see, 4 lemons were bought at 3, but he is selling 5 lemon. Answer, some student will say that answer is cannot be determined, because he is buying, sir, he is buying only 4 lemon, but he is selling 5 lemon. Where that 1 lemon comes from? So answer is cannot be determined. Logically it is correct, right? What the students say, it's correct. They say answer is cannot be determined. Where does that 1 lemon comes from? So when just listen one thing, it's a data, right? They are giving a data, not the quantity. They are not talking about the exact quantity. The seller, we don't know how much lemon he has, right? The seller can have thousands of lemons, right? But we don't know that. But the data what they are giving us, he is buying some amount of lemon and he is selling some amount of lemon, right? So by just buying 4 lemon and he is selling 5 lemon, it doesn't mean that the answer is cannot be determined. Students, those who think it is correct, I am not joking, right? What you are saying is correct, but understand this concept, right? He is buying 4 lemon and he is selling 5 lemon. It's just a data, cost price and selling price. But the merchant can have n number of lemons, right? 1000 or 2000 lemons he can have. From that, they are just calculating the data. What is the profit he is getting or what is the loss he is getting? That's it, right? So you have to remember that also, because some students will get a confusion. He is buying only 4 lemon, but he is selling 5 lemons, right? So friends, that's it. So I think I hope you understood the concept of quantity change. So practice again is most important. Do not forget to practice the test, and at any point do not learn this profit and loss as a topic for your competitive exams. I have said this initially also. At any point, at any time, you can start a business, right? When you start a business, if you want to shine in your business, then you have to know the profit and the loss percentage, these kinds of stuff. So only then you can survive in your business, right? Even if you are doing a business at 40 or 50, whatever be, but you have to understand some basics of this profit and loss, right? So friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really like it, share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.